Hey team, welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking about the standing power throw. But before we do that, we have to talk about the mechanism that we use the standing power throw with, and that is power. So what is power? Power is the ability to maximize force quickly. So that is power equals force times speed over time. So that's taking something like a heavy kettlebell or a heavy weight or something and moving it quickly. It's not about maximum strength, it's a combination of speed, time, and force. So after defining power, we need to talk about how to train for it. So we could do cleans and snatches and all these really technical lifts, but a lot of us aren't ready to do that yet. If you're not, find a coach. But without having those things, we're going to talk about 3 basic principles on how to incorporate into your power training. The first principle is ballistic training. So when we do a standing power throw, that is exactly what we're doing. We're doing ballistic power. So exercising specifically towards that modality is perfect. So how can we train through ballistic power besides just throwing a ball over our head? So first exercise is a squat jump. So the exerciser here is going to take something around 30% of their 1 rep max. The lighter the better to start off with. They're going to unrack the weight, squat down to somewhere around hip width, maybe a little bit higher. This is one of the few exercises where you don't really have to go below parallel, because we want to have good explosiveness with this one. And then you're going to come down and exercise this motion again 3 times. So explosiveness is really key in these exercises. So when you force off the ground, make sure you keep your heels in contact with the ground until you reach the top position. Drive through your hips and come down in a safe manner. Now, if you don't have the ability due to lack of weights, or if you're not ready to put weight on the bar to do this exercise, a great exercise is in conditioning drill 3, step number 5, which is the tuck jump. The tuck jump mimics a lot of these ballistic styles of training. Perform these exercises for 3 sets for 3 repetitions each. The second principle of power that we're going to talk about is explosive strength training. So with explosive strength training, it's a little bit different. You're going to have a little bit more weight. You're still focusing on the speed portion of it, but you can use something more around 50% of your 1 rep max, maybe a little bit more, utilizing speed as well as explosiveness for these exercises. So the barbell hip thrust is an exercise that mimics the standing power throw because it has that hip hinge and hip extension motion that you're going to be doing with that. So what you're going to do is you're going to get down into the position as being illustrated, and then make sure that your feet are about 12 to 24 inches apart from each other. Drive through the hips as fast as you can, and then get that down portion as slow as you can. Do this exercise 3 sets for 3 repetitions. Now this last exercise is also going to be a hip hinge movement similar to the standing power throw, but this one we're going to be performing in a cluster set. So now a cluster set is something that we do in order to save time while also increasing volume as well. So there's going to be minimal rest, a lot of volume, but still a pretty light weight with this one, okay? We're still focusing on explosiveness. So with this, you're going to, for a cluster set, you're going to do 3 repetitions with 15 seconds of rest, and then you're going to do that 3 times. A total of 9 repetitions performed in a short period of time. So with this exercise, we're going to be choosing the kettlebell swing. Same with the hip thrust, you're going to explode, pause at the top position, come down nice and slow, explode again. Remember, I can't say it enough, it's all about explosiveness and speed with these movements. Alright team, so that's all we got this week. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can know when the next video drops. Next week, we'll be talking about energy systems, and more specifically, the anaerobic glycolysis system.